Hello Asheville, welcome to this month's late morning show, post Creative Mornings AVL. I'm sitting here with our speaker this month, and she just did a talk on this month's theme of wonder. Cheri Torres, an awesome career and work and some beautiful life stories. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you. It was such a pleasure.
I'm excited about these questions because this is a time for us to get a little more background about maybe what was in your mind, and I know we've met a couple times, but I'd like everyone to hear. Cheri's a really deep person, and this talk came from a really personal and deep space, and I think it has a place in this world. So the first question is, what excited you about this month's theme of wonder?
Well, when I first heard or saw the theme, I was like, that's the one I want. That's me. It just completely resonated with who I am. And as I said in the talk, when I started to think about it, I was like, what am I going to say about wonder?
You wondered.
I did wonder.
I wonder what I'm going to say.
What am I going to say? And of course I was trying to think of it from a headspace as opposed to a wondering place, which is where my yes had come from. And so when I dropped down into that, I just began to see this thread. And what finally really excited me about the theme is that it really is the thread that weaves through my entire personal and professional development. So that is such a gift to see that.
It's interesting the connection it has with what you do as well. I don't know if you want to tell the public what the title is. I know that you have a book called Conversations Worth Having.
Yep.
And it has to do with facilitating conversations.
Right.
With corporations and teams.
Well, it's not just corporations. It's basically kind of breaks our conversations down into four areas. When we're in conversation, we're either adding value, or we're valuing something, or we're devaluing it.
That's interesting.
And then we're either asking questions or making statements. And when you're asking questions that are of value or add value or value something, you're having a conversation worth having. Otherwise, the devaluing of people and situations doesn't do anything to help create a world that thrives.
The parallel world.
Yeah, the parallel world. Yes.
The world of hope. The world that can be.
That possible world that's coming into existence.
So what was your highlight of this morning?
My highlight was being able to connect with people that were in the audience and watch them shake their head, yes, or smile when they resonated with something. That kind of feedback from whoever you're talking to is so validating. That was a high point.
You sync up with the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could feel it was warm. It was very warm. They were hearing you. So we usually you had an awesome audience question time. So we don't have an audience question here, but one that we've asked before that's always interesting is who did you rehearse your talk with, or what?
Oh, a lot of rehearsing with a mirror.
That is so difficult to look at yourself while you're talking.
And then I rehearsed with you and Mike. And
did you go to the woods and rehearse?
I actually did.
Yeah.
And I also went and laid in a bath and did it. And I did it in a bunch of different places. But when I was in a mirror, we've got a huge picture window right next to it, and my favorite tree, I call it a dragon tree, because the branches look like a dragon. And I have a nice relationship with that tree, so it was right there with me.
That's awesome. Kind of reminds me of the tree on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
The one with the red leaves on it? I can't remember what it's called, but I don't know why. Okay, so this is going to be the 3-question rapid wrap-up. Okay, so these are 3 kind of lighthearted questions, but the last one has actually turned out to be a heavier question, so I'm just warning you.
Okay.
First 2 are easy, though. What's your favorite time of day?
Oh, dawn.
Okay.
Actually, pre-dawn.
Just You never told that story.
No, I didn't.
You want to tell it now?
Sure.
It's a pre-dawn story.
Here's a pre-dawn story.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I was in Black Mountain with the group that I did facilitation with for outdoor experiential education, and we were at a national conference, and it was a gorgeous night, and I decided to sleep on the deck of the cabin. So I threw my sleeping bag out there, had a great sleep, and then I woke in that pre-dawn time of morning when there's just a glow of light on the horizon, but it's still midnight blue and all the stars are out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a religious person, but when I looked up, out of my mouth came, "Good morning, God." And this shooting star went across the sky, biggest one I have ever seen. And that was another moment of, oh, we're not alone.
You're like trying to rub your eyes like, did I just see that?
We are not alone.
I think that is the wonder.
Yes.
You know, science is even finding there's less, we don't know as much as we thought we knew.
Yes, there's more we don't know than what we know.
Yeah, like in school you're taught like this is this and this is that, and now like there's new levels of science that are just proving or rearranging the thinking behind a lot of the things that we thought were solid fact.
Yeah. Just like trees don't have a nervous system, so
Yeah,
they're not conscious.
there's
absolutely not
totally.
true.
Yeah, there's an unprecedented awakening happening where we're starting to realize the connection between all things.
Yes.
And so that is also, I think, in relation to what you saw, is to stay open.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be this or this in these boxes, religious, whatever these boxes
Right,
are.
just stay open.
If you're open, there's no telling what can happen.
Exactly.
And it's good.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
It's actually wonderful.
That was a good side. I like that side trail. Back to the wrap up. This is not as rapid this time. What is your favorite spot in Asheville?
Oh, boy.
See, no, they're harder than I originally
My
planned.
favorite spot, any place by water.
Down
Yeah.
by the river.
Yeah, down by the river, and the more woods, the better.
We have a lot of that.
We do.
What? Okay, last question. When you hear the word creativity, who comes to mind?
Jeez. Who comes to mind? Creativity. Artists, musicians, potters, weavers, singers, songwriters.
Any name in particular?
Not off the top of my head.
So many to choose
There
from.
are so many. I feel like if I say one, there's going to be a whole
Devalue all the
bunch.
rest of them.
And they're all. We need more of that
Yeah.
in our world. That's for me. That community taps into wonder on a regular basis.
True. Thank you. Thank you for being with us and taking the time to
Pleasure.
do all the practice and all the go through all the stuff and even to be here now. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It was my honor, and thank you so much for all your help.
You're welcome. All right, so we will put some links to Cheri Torres' book and any other links that are supposed to go at the bottom of this video. And thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next month. Bye.